Good morning. For today's lesson, we'll be looking at connecting to the internet. On Thursday, we talk about some of the information or the types of information that can be seen on the internet. We made mention of some of the types of information that can be found or are available on the internet. We made mention of educational information and the rest. For today, we'll look at some devices needed to connect to the internet. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify some devices or technologies used to connect to the internet. So first, we'll start by looking at the first device needed to connect to the internet. So we have the computer. The computer or computers are the widely used technologies used in accessing the internet. So I hope you all know what a computer is. When referred to a computer, we are not talking about desktop computers only. We have smartphones or mobile phones, laptops, tablet PCs, iPad as an example or examples of computers. We know the function of these devices. They work by converting data into information. So one of the devices or the technologies that one needs to use in order to connect to the internet is a computer. So let's have a look at some of the examples of computers as we mentioned earlier on. So we have this one to be a desktop computer. Now, I hope some of you have some in your homes. Then we have this one to be a laptop. It works the same as the desktop computer. Then we have smartphones or mobile phones. And the next one, we have the tablet PC. So as you can see, it works like the normal PC. It's having or running the Windows 10 operating system on it. So the interface looks similar to that of the ones we have on desktop and laptops. Now the next device is the modulator demodulator. That's modem. So the full meaning of modem is modulator demodulator. This is a device that converts digital signals to analog signals. And a modem must be connected or attached to a computer to gain access to the internet service provider who provides internet services. When you talk of internet service provider, we are referring to a business or an organization that provides internet services to their customers. So we have, for example, to be MTN, Airtel Tigo, Vodafone, Busy Internet, Africa Online. We have other internet service providers which we will mention earlier on. So with the modem, you will be able to connect or have access to the internet, and it works with a SIM card. So with a SIM card from one of the internet service providers, you insert it into a modem and connect it to the computer. When it's being connected, its drivers and application will be installed on the computer. That will help you to connect to the internet. So with this device, you can attach it to a desktop computer or a laptop. So let's have a look at how a modem looks like. So this is how a modem looks like. This is a USB modem. It's having a connection that's being connected to the USB port. So it's referred to as a USB modem. As you can see in the picture, it looks similar to that of a pen drive, but it does not work the same way as a pen drive. You can insert a memory card into this, that's the modem, and transfer files on it. But the pen drive cannot be used to convert digital signals to analog signals. So the modem and the pen drive are not the same, but they look similar. Now at our right, we can see a laptop, and we have a modem connected or attached to the laptop. So that's how to connect a modem to either a desktop computer or a laptop computer. Now let's go to the next technology that is needed to connect to the internet. We have web browsers or browsers. A browser is an application software that is installed on computers to access the internet. So whenever you want to display the content of a web page or a website, you need to get this application installed on your computer. So in each window, it displays whatever you search for on the internet. An example or examples of browsers are what we have below. We have Opera Mini. Now, I hope some of you knows how this browser looks like. Then the next one we have Internet Explorer. That's the default browser on most operating systems. That's Windows. Then we have Chrome. We also have Mozilla Firefox. We have here Safari. This is a browser mostly seen on Apple devices. Then we have Edge. That's the default browser in Windows 10 operating system. And the next one we have Netscape Navigator. We have other browsers like the UC browser and so on. Now let's have a look at how the icons of these browsers appear on our computers or mobile phones. So as you can see over here, we have this one to be the icon for Opera Mini. So that's how the icon looks like. So on your phones, if you want to have or display the content of a web page, you can click on this one for it to open. Then you either type in your website address or a keyword in the search box. Then we have the Internet Explorer. So that is the icon. We have Chrome. We have the icon to be like this. Then we have Firefox. We have something like a globe, then a fox around it. So that's how the icon of Mozilla Firefox looks like. Now the next one is Safari. I said it's mostly seen on Apple devices. Then we have the Netscape Navigator and Edge. Edge is also a default browser seen on Windows 10 operating systems. So these are all examples of browsers. We have many. So these are just few examples of them. Now the next one or the next technology that is needed to connect to the internet is the internet service provider. We have explained what an internet service provider is. We said they are organizations or businesses that provide internet services to their customers or clients. So when you go to these companies, at times what they give out is their SIM card. So with the SIM card, you can either insert into your mobile phone or insert into a modem, which will link you or let you have access to the internet. We gave some examples like MTN, Airtel, Vodafone, Busy Internet. Then we have Africa Online. We have other examples too. Now the next technology is the telephone connection. Someone may ask, why do we need telephone connection to connect to the internet? Without this, your computer will not be able to link to the internet service provider. So there should be a telephone connection. And this connection can be done either by wireless connection or wired connection. We explained these two technologies. We said a wired connection involves the use of cables or cords to connect a device to a computer or a computer to another computer. Then we said a wireless connection is the use of wireless technologies like Bluetooth, infrared, and so on, Wi-Fi, to connect or link devices together. We'll end our lesson here and continue next week, Thursday. But before that, you should do this exercise and submit on your website. The first question is, write down 5 things needed to connect to the internet. Then the second one, what is Internet Service Provider, ISP? Then 3, you write the full meaning of modem. So you do this lesson and upload on your website. For next week, we'll be looking at web browsers and web pages. And I hope you know what a web browser is from this lesson. To make sure you prepare well for next week's lesson, that's web browsers and web pages. So that's all for today. Stay safe. We will meet again next week, Thursday.